hope you guys are having a really good day today. It's Shiny here as usual. Today I will be doing another review, and this time it's going to be on Kingdom Hearts key back cover, which is also included in the Kingdom Hearts game that I just recently bought, which is Kingdom Hearts 2.8. And I didn't really explain this to you guys, but there is 3 games that comes in a 2 or a point game. So it's like there was 1.5, 2.5 and now 2.8. In each of these games there were 3 on a CD. In each one there was 1 movie. What I will be reviewing today is Kingdom Hearts key back cover. It's not going to be really a review, but really my excitement of how much it explains, and also it's just incredible. I love it, and I watched it last night. It was incredible, and I can't stop thinking about it, so let's just get on with it. First of all, the graphics. Compared to the graphics of the other movies that we've seen, we see that it has improved so much compared to 358 over 2 days and Recoded. Those graphics were from the original Kingdom Hearts series, but now we are seeing the new graphics that we will be seeing in Kingdom Hearts 3 and what we've seen in 0.2 Birth by Sleep, and will be what we will be seeing in Kingdom Hearts 3, and this is very exciting to see this. I mean, I fell in love with the movie like this. It was so good. The graphics was incredible, like the fighting scenes. I hope there's more of that in Kingdom Hearts 3 because that was intense. I mean, I was sitting there like what's going on? Amazing. I love it. I want more. They've looked into so much detail in how like the trees sway in the wind, how the river like looks under the sunlight. I found those little details really beautiful that they did that. Even like with the characters when they're fighting, you see like sweat pouring down their faces. I thought that was really interesting because you don't really see that in other games, but it's really good, and I really like that they showed that. The story was great. I was hooked onto every single moment. Each character was incredible. The artwork for each character was incredible when I first looked at it. I mean, when the graphics and the story mold together perfectly, I just fell in love with it instantly. I'm going to be talking about the story more a bit later. Now, the characters were so interesting to listen to and obviously see in the movie, but it was interesting to see their personalities come to life on the screen with a voice, with emotion. Let's start off with the Master of Masters. So the Master of Masters is actually the master who has 6 apprentices, and from the 6 apprentices, I don't know why I'm saying that wrong. Why am I saying that wrong? Apprentices, he has 6 of them, like I was saying, and from 6 he picked 5 of them to become foretellers. To each he gave a book of prophecies which contains information about the future. It also included information about what we know as the Keyblade War, which would wage out and be the place of where we know as the Keyblade Graveyard. And then they find out that there is a traitor amongst the 5 of them, or in the unions, each of their groups. I'm just gonna say I instantly loved his character. He is so comical. We never see that much. He kind of reminded me a little bit of Axel, but he really just made me laugh out loud so many times. It felt like he was in the wrong game, but also the fact is whether he is a good guy or a bad guy. I'm gonna go into this a bit more later. I think if people have watched it, they will also have this question in their minds. I had this throughout the whole thing, and at the end, I was so confused. I didn't know what to think of him. I didn't know. I'll talk about it later. I'm not sure if I've been saying this wrong. Like, Luxu is Lushu. I swear to God, when I heard them say Lushu, I was like, okay, I've definitely been saying this wrong entirely. Lushu, not Luxu. The 6th one is Lushu. There's so much detail about him too that I need to talk about, so I'm gonna move on. I'm going to introduce the apprentices who are now the foretellers. Ira is the leader, and he wears the mask of the unicorn, and he is the leader of 5 foretellers. He looks kind of like the wisest out of all of them, to be honest. He looks very confident in how he stands. He looks like a leader. He kind of reminded me a little bit of Riku and Sora. I overall loved his character. He was pretty awesome. I loved him. But I would have liked to see more action from him. I wanted to see him take out his Keyblade and fight. That would have been cool. But a bit through the beginning of the movie, I did think he was a bit pinpointy. Obviously with the traitor and all, they find out, and he started like pinpointing like people in the group. Isn't the wisest thing to do in a group, especially with the foretellers. Next is Envy, and she wears the mask of the snake. She is the one who kind of looks after Ira and helps him kind of look after the group. Even though I kind of had a suspicious feeling about her, I did find it quite annoying though when she tried to get involved with the alliance between Gula and Aced, because obviously it is an affair between those two. She doesn't need to get involved. I know that there are no alliances allowed, which I will talk about later. I thought that maybe she shouldn't stick her nose into something that wasn't including her. I think she means well. She doesn't mean to break up the group in any way. I felt kind of like sorry for her in a way, because when she was pinpointing on Ava, she felt sorry for making a mistake with Ava. Ava has been put in charge of creating a bunch of Keybladers who would be the new hope for the future. Envy didn't know that, and she thought, oh, you're going ahead making a new organization by yourself, you're not listening to what the master said. And when Ava tells her that is her mission, Envy straight away backs off and she's like, I'm so sorry, like I didn't mean any harm by that. Obviously I think she just had a lot going on. Obviously being the helper to Ira, but also trying to keep everybody together and listen to what everybody's saying. I think she was just a bit conflicted. Next is Aced after Envy, and he wears the mask of the bear and is the right hand man to Ira. To be honest, I really loved Aced. He reminded me so much of Terra. He was trying to do good for the group. He was trying to find out the traitor quickly as well, and trying to get rid of the darkness like Terra did as well in Birth by Sleep, how he tried to maintain his darkness, his anger and everything else in the game. This backfired on both characters, which really reminded me that they both were very similar to each other. Eventually we do realize that Aced really was just trying to help. I think he just really was trying to do good. He wasn't trying to do anything bad. Was just seen the wrong way. I think his anger kind of clouded his judgment at times, but also I think everybody was too quick to judge him. Gula is next, and he wears the mask of the leopard. From the master, he's been given a lost page to analyze and obviously look at differently from the others. But the thing is, he has a page that nobody else has in the book. So at first I thought maybe he was set up to look like the traitor. I wasn't sure, but I was very confused by his character, to be honest, because he kept choosing different sides, and eventually he obviously stuck to his own side and stuck to himself. I know a lot of people have been saying that he reminds them of Ventus and Sora, but to be honest, I felt that Gula really reminded me of Roxas, because not quick-tempered, but he just gets annoyed and you can hear like the agitation in his voice. So I don't know, that's what I felt with him. Finally is Ava, and she warmed my heart so much, and she wears the mask of the fox, and she, as I said, was the one to be able to create a group of new Keybladers who would break into the different worlds to protect the light in the future. She was making a group who would not be involved in the Keyblade War. The rest of her union, however, would have been involved. Overall, I thought she was just a sweet girl. I think she was very lost. I know that she's the youngest of all of them, so I think it really conflicted her with all these thoughts as well. Like you could see she was agreeing with what everybody said, and then at the you could see she was like, oh wait, no, and then she was like, yeah, no, yeah, no. So she was very conflicted. I think there was just a lot of conflict between the five of them, and a symbolism of this with the five separating was actually during the battle between Envy and Aced, and then the camera just pans into this group of 5 petals, and then you just see them separate. It was pretty cool to see that Square Enix were taking the time just to show that kind of symbolism between separation. I thought that was pretty cool. But the thing that really interested me the most was Lushu's mission that the Master of Masters had given him. I'm gonna say there are spoilers. So what happened was Lushu is given a Keyblade by the Master of Masters, and we obviously recognize this as Xehanort's Keyblade, and we wonder, why is Xehanort's Keyblade in this? Is this I don't know, the Master of Xehanort or something, passed down? But it is known that this Keyblade is one of the oldest Keyblades in time in Kingdom Hearts in the whole series. The very interesting thing is the Master of Masters says that the eye in the Keyblade is his eye. Like, he can see everything that happens through the eye. This really interested me. We see in Birth by Sleep Fragmentary Passage, there is the opening sequence where, obviously now I really know it probably is, it's Lushu, and he's standing in the Keyblade graveyard during the appearance of Kingdom Hearts. So he's standing there with his Keyblade. Obviously the eye is pointing towards what is going on in the event. And that really confused me. I had no idea why he was there, but then I realized he was probably there when the Keyblade War waged. He was there watching it and kept the eye focused on that. I think it was the Keyblade War, or it might have been, no, it couldn't have been, but there have been theories of where Lushu might have been there when Xehanort was facing off Aqua, Terra, and Ventus in the finale of Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. But I really don't think that, because Xehanort had his Keyblade, so Lushu couldn't have had it at the time. So I'm guessing the scene that we see this in is actually what we know would have been the Keyblade War. But the other thing is, the Master of Masters gave him a box that we all have been questioning about, to be honest. We don't know what's in this box. We don't know what symbolism it has, but the fact that it was from the Master of Masters and that Lushu still has this box. I got really annoyed in the movie when he was saying, when the Master of Masters was telling Lushu what's in the box and hinting at it, and it just went silent and you can't hear what he's saying, and I was like, why? Why can't you tell us? So that really peeved me. Because the interesting thing again about the Keyblade is the fact that the Master of Masters told Lushu that he has to pick up an apprentice, obviously teach him, look after him, do whatever a master does, give him the Keyblade, and then the apprentice would obviously become a master and give it on to his next apprentice. That means eventually, obviously, Xehanort would get it. I really want to know who Xehanort's master is, because that means he is the master of Ericus, Xehanort, and Yen Sid, because all of them were taught together. But a lot of people were saying maybe the master of Xehanort and Ericus was Yen Sid, but this isn't right, because in Birth by Sleep we obviously know this and we're told this, that Ericus and Yen Sid and Xehanort were obviously studying together when they were learning the Keyblade. Another thing is, the Master of Masters' eye is in the Keyblade. He can see all, he can see the future. That Keyblade has gone through torment, and like, he still sees all. So he knows everything. He knows what's happening with Sora. He knows what's happened to Riku. He knows what's happened to Terra, Aqua, Ventus. He knows so much, and I don't understand why, but I'm pretty sure that the Master of Masters, I'm not sure, this is my opinion, but I really think that the Master of Masters is the traitor. He set up these group of 5. Obviously they're intelligent, they can use the Keyblade. Given one lost page to one of the foretellers, and there's just a massive fight between all 5 of them. Why would he do that when they are supposed to get their Keybladers ready for whatever Keyblade War that would wage? Why would he do that, and why would he disappear before any of that happened, and why did he send Lushu off before any of this happened? I really want to know that. But the most important thing of all, I spoke about this in my last review and I knew this would come up again somewhere. I was right, I knew it would come back and hit me in the face sometime. May your heart be your guiding key. So this quote, I talked about it in my last review for Birth by Sleep 0.2 Fragmentary Passage. And I was like, oh yeah, Ark was just saying it, it's just a quote. It comes up in this movie. This is the prologue before any of the games happen. This is the first one before Birth by Sleep. You know, it's a good quote, obviously. Let your heart guide you to the light. Let your heart guide you to whatever purpose you have in life. But seriously, I just really want to know more meaning behind that, because Aqua said it, Sora said it, Yen Sid said it, so obviously this has been passed down through the ages, and I knew this would come up somewhere else So if this comes up in Kingdom Hearts 3, I hope there's an explanation. I really do. Sorry, I'm gonna just tie my hair up because it's boiling. I'm sorry. It's so hot now. I actually wrote down some questions that I thought would be good to think of. Why not keep alliances? I don't understand why the Master of Masters didn't want this. Obviously, in hard times, it's not good to keep alliances, obviously, because you don't know who to trust. But in the good times, I don't understand why. So that was really why I wanted to bring it up. It just made me think back to Riku, Sora, Kairi, Mickey, Goofy, Donald, that whole group of people. Like, is it good that they're keeping an alliance and stuff? The rebirth theory. This made me really think twice about it. Like, at first I was like, nah, that can't be. Obviously the Keyblades look like, obviously, a few of the other people that we know in Kingdom Hearts, but I really don't think it's really a rebirth theory. But it made me rethink when I saw that Gula and Sora had the same pose. That really made me think, why are they in the same pose? The rebirth theory is to be, of course, Ira being Riku, Envy being Aqua, Aced is Terra, Gula is either Ven or Sora, but I'm pretty sure it might be Sora. Ava is Kairi, and I kind of got the vibe of Kairi off Ava. Yeah, that is a possibility. It could be. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it could be, because it's Kingdom Hearts. Obviously, there's a lot of connection that we still don't know about, but we eventually will. So I'm really excited to see that. So thank you, Square Enix, for this. I really enjoyed it. As for the Dream Drop Distance game in 2.8, I have not finished it. I am stuck in the Tron world at the moment. Sora, I'm actually really cruising through it, to be honest. Riku I was, but now I'm stuck, so I really need to just get my game together. So anyway guys, I'm gonna finish the video off here. I hope you guys have an amazing day. The sun is out here in Melbourne. Go have some fun, enjoy the sun, enjoy time with people you love, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!
Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down.